Alright, beating you here, and I'm not gonna lie, I literally just made a 20-minute guide and realized I had my audio muted, so it's just a 20-minute video of me scrolling over things, and it was a disaster. So, it was good practice for this video, right? Okay, so getting into it, let me not attack this thing. Getting right into it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our skill tree. For here, what we want to do, rapid shot dealing more damage, right? That's really good. Steady shot deals 27% more damage. Big thing is it increases your stability by 20. This build is based on keeping your stability at max, so anything that can get you there quicker and keep you there is better. Sniper shot makes your steady shot deal 75% more damage. So between this and this, your steady shot will deal over 100% more damage. That's pretty good. This is the you must take. Corrosion Arrow has a 100% chance to keep your stability at its maximum while increasing your crit damage by 20%. Basically, that it not only does it give you max stability on command, but you can keep it for 4 seconds, which gives you the ability to move around, kite with people, just do a lot of different things. If someone's on you, you can move away from them and still burst them. Before I go too far, this is good. Your base crit rate is increased by, if you put all 3 points in, it's 3%. It's not like OP or anything like that, but if you are close to one of these breakthroughs, like within 3% of one of these breakthroughs, I definitely think it is worth, slotting that to get to the breakthrough. Scatter shot just dealing 15% more damage. That's good for PvE and PvP, in my opinion. If you were to use this tree, or excuse me, this skill, I think you could take scatter shot, put it in there, or you could come down and take out of this one. Just because this one's like, it's good, but it's not OP. I'd rather have the breakthrough. But I'm not close, so I'm not running it, right? So going back here, final arrow. It's a must-have, 45% more damage to targets below 25% HP. It just allows you to finish off kills. When that healer's like, low HP trying to heal themselves, you can burst through all of it. Like, it is so broken. 15% more damage here on your sniper shot. And along with crit damage on top of that is pretty big, so we take that. This one, 35% more crit rate and crit damage against targets with more than 70% HP. It just allows you to open up on anyone using your combo. You don't have to hold it till someone's low. You can, again, it's only with sniper shot, but pretty much you can go through the combo on someone high HP and burst them down. Between this and then the final arrow, you just have a lot of DPS on people no matter what HP they are. High zoom lens, I think, is a must-have because we're running corrosion arrow. When you move around, you lose 30% more stability, but like you should be a turret more often than not. And when you have corrosion arrow up, it allows you to move around and still do this. So I think it's really good. It's a pretty good damage increase too. Like I said, I think it's really good. If you don't like it, more power to you. Find somewhere else to put it. But I like this. I think this part of this skill tree is a must-have. Just having Hunter's Heart up 20 seconds sooner. As you're in dungeons or in PvP, time accumulates. So it's going to have way more uptime, way more usage. Again, this is pretty mid in my opinion. Like it decreases your cooldowns for all your skills. So, you get to use things a little more frequently. If you use Corrosion Arrow while you have Hunter's Heart up, that also decreases, the cooldown of that. So you have it sooner. You play around with it. I don't think it's necessary. It's more of a bonus than anything else. Now that we've done the skill tree, I'm going to get this out of the way because I dread this because everyone has a million opinions and what's best and what's this and what's that. I think Inscribed Stones, you should just run whatever the fuck you want to run, honestly. Each one is like a 2 to 3% buff to your damage, so it's not game-breaking at all, but there is a way to min-max it. And again, like as you experiment with the different emblems, you'll find a setup that works best for you. In the skill tree, as far as these are concerned, we want to prioritize spec and cooldown. Obviously, the goal is to unlock all your emblem slots first, but then as you unlock those, you want to prioritize, again, just getting all your spec up because crit is what makes this build function. It what gives us all our damage. It is just, crit is our main stat. I do think cooldown is next, mainly because if you go to here and look at your passives, which I didn't talk about in the skill tree just because like they're kind of self-explanatory. The only one that you should not worry about is Omni. I think Omni as a stat is not very good at the moment. And even when you do get Omni, it just increases the damage over time of Corrosion Arrow, which seems mid. However, if you get enough cooldown, you can reset your rapid shot, and that is huge. So we want cooldown. Like, we want cooldown, we want crit. As far as emblems go, I think the one that is you just have to take no matter what is Sprawl. It's very consistent. It procs off your scatter arrow, stuff like that. It has a lot of uptime, and it's just very consistent. Same reason why I take high energy potion. I just find it to be consistent. And I got this thing where your upper left node attribute is increased by 50%, so my crit on this is 50% higher. Whatever. But I just like high energy potions, just consistent. There's not like a lot of RNG to it. Intertwined Fates, honestly, the same reason. It's just consistent. 2.4% battle. 2.4% attack, and then it switches to 2.4% defense. Defense is like whatever on us. But it's still a useful stat. It's not like some like trash stat. But the attack is just consistent. I do think if we're talking strictly to PvP, Challenger's Decision is insane. Mainly because it allows you to self-sustain when a healer can't get you, or if you're in a 1v1, just getting those like 800 heals if you have all 3 of your ultimates up is really good. So yeah, I like Challenger's Decision for PvP a lot. Shatter I run because Hunter has no source of combo. So this constantly procs your combo rate until eventually you will have combo damage, which just spikes our DPS. Again, you could definitely take that out. You could take any of these out besides PvP talking. We're talking PvP only for this. Besides Challenger's Decision and Sprawl, I think you can run anything else. I just choose to run Shatter because it just seems to work for me. I will say people talk a lot about Burst. I just don't think it's really realistic because just the chance of hitting someone at 23 to get 23 stacks on one person before they die in the burst meta that we have doesn't seem realistic. And if we're talking about dungeons, you're just never like you're going to be constantly swapping targets, so it's not going to have a lot of uptime in the grand scheme of things. Maybe in like the more challenging dungeons, or like as things get tankier, maybe you could run it, but I think it's overrated. If you practice it on a training dummy where you're only hitting the training dummy, it probably looks broken as shit. But in real world scenarios, I don't think so. Before I get too far, I did forget to go talk about our ultimates. Let me talk about ultimates real quick. First of all, but only look at your ultimates through the V screen. So I press V, this is this. Go to Warlike Talent, and this is where you can see the full effects of the ultimates. Leap is a must. It allows us to reposition, get out of danger. 10% damage immunity for 1 second. So it's almost like a double iframe. And can remove the stun and immobilize effects. Another reason why it's good is it allows you to keep max stability. So I'm just going to pop Corrosion Arrow on this so you can see I'm at max stability, right? And then when I move, it drops, right? So it's going down. So here, again, I'm at max stability. Now I can leap in, keep my max stability, and go through my DPS rotation. So, you don't drop it. So you can reposition and keep up your full damage uptime. That's why I think Leap is a no-brainer for all the reasons. Firing Disruption is a silence. You can silence a healer and burst them, coordinate, especially in like arena stuff like that. If you coordinate your burst, just no one's gonna live through it. It is so much damage, so fast. 3 seconds is an infinite amount of time, and then when you upgrade it, it goes to 4 seconds. So it's just living for 4 seconds, not being able to heal it's infinite time, honestly. So those are your two no-brainers. Your +1 is fast arrows or tripwire. Fast arrows is an AoE knockback. And so it knocks them far away from you, and it immobilizes them for 2 seconds. So like if you're getting chased by like 3 melee classes, you can pop this. It'll knock them away, like fairly far, honestly, and it'll keep them not stunned but unable to move for 2 seconds. So like you should be home free if you land this on everyone chasing you. So I think this is more of your battleground skill. Where there's going to be, you know, there's 10 people in there, so like multiple people can jump you, stuff like that. Tripwire is a 2-second stun. I think this is going to be more of your arena build because you can silence them for 3 seconds, you know, do your DPS combo, and if they are still alive, you can stun them. And hopefully by the time that 2 seconds comes off, hopefully they're dead. I can't imagine them living through 5 seconds if you're coordinating your DPS correctly. So I think this is going to be your arena skill, and then fast arrows is going to be your battleground skill. So now that we've gone over the skill tree, the stone, and the ultimates, let's go through a little DPS rotation. So in arena, it's like a burst meta, so it's whoever can kill whoever's healer first. So if you're with a melee, you need to wait for your melee to get in range. So if you have a melee on your team, maybe, you know, as they run up, you're stacking your stability naturally. And then when your other DPS is in position, or, you know, like Fire Mage takes time to build up stacks, stuff like that, what you can do is you pop your 6, because that's going to increase our damage, right? So we're going to press 6. We're going to silence them. We're going into rapid shot, sniper, and then we're doing our steady shots. Scatter shot does more damage than our auto attacks, so you always want to scatter shot as well whenever it's up. And then, like, let's say they live through that silence combo. What you can do then is pop your corrosion arrow, and now as they're cutting backwards, you can walk with them. And you can even pop, you know, you can do this moving and stuff like that too. So we'll go over it one more time. So, you know, everyone's in position, whatever, you're at max stab, or, you know, if you're with another character that has instant burst, then you can use corrosion arrow first. I'm just going to show you how you do it naturally. So here, and then we're popping 6, we're silencing, we're rapid shot, sniper, into our steady shots, and then our scatter, and then as they run backwards, we're popping this so we can walk with them, and then here we go, just the whole thing. Technically I didn't do that one right because this was under 6 seconds, so I should have waited. If someone's low, you don't have to wait for this skill to be up, but in general, if we're talking about DPS rotations, when this skill is 6 seconds or lower, you don't want to use your sniper shot. Because you're going to have this sitting, waiting for this. It times out weird. But yeah, that's going to be your general, like, PvP skill rotation. If you're talking PvE, as soon as you walk up to stuff in PvE, I just would recommend popping your corrosion arrow into the rapid shot, into the sniper, and then steady, and then just spamming this stuff, right? As you can see, sniper shot's going to be up. This is still at 10 seconds, or it was at 10 seconds. And so I can still go through the DPS rotation. Now that this is under, I don't use this, right? So I'm still waiting for this. Now I rapid shot, into sniper, into steady, into scatter. Again, that's like your generic DPS rotation. Since we have this the perk for 20 seconds off this, I usually just pop this on cooldown unless I know I'm coming up to a boss, in which case I'll save it for the boss. But, like, you know, this is a short cooldown now, so I would just pop it whenever it's up. Yeah, so that's just your skill rotations and things like that. Other things you can do, let me build up some, okay, there's my Inscribed Stone, right? Okay, so the trick with this is the steady shot is reduced for 5 seconds if you cast steady shot twice. So what you like to do here is you're going to pop your 7, right? Pop your 7 into rapid shot, into steady, into sniper, into this. Oh, I just fucked it up. That was weird, actually. Let me do that one more time. My bad. Sometimes my skills, not my skills, it's really like because I'm spamming stuff. Sometimes it goes a little wonky. So let me just set it up one more time. I wish there was a way that you could, in this zone, just build it up instantly. But now it's just going to take some time. What else can we go over while I'm doing this? I guess in this tree we can also talk about the passive talents. I like rapid pullback because it gives you the ability to kite if you're getting hit. Negating lethal damage once is pretty good. Again, just more survivability. And then I do time control just so I have my ultimates up quicker. I can definitely see people running other things. I just think these three are consistent and allow you to do a lot of things. So that's why I run it. I'm still trying to build up this Inscribed Stone stuff. You can see when I use my ultimates, this goes up a lot because of the Challenger's decision. I'm really sad I messed up my combo because now it's just, you know, 2 minutes of downtime. But we're almost there. Okay, so this time I'm not going to fuck it up. Let me go over here so you can see, get this max stability going. Alright, we'll just wait for our rapid shot to be up so you can see. So for this, again, if you do 2 shots of this, you reset the cooldown of rapid shot. So we press 7, we press 3, we press 1, we press 2, we press 1, and it's reset. Alright. I'm so glad that time it worked, because if I had to build up all that again, I would have been upset. And I would have been upset that I'm just messing up an easier combo. So I think that is officially everything. We did the talents, we went over ultimates, we did the Inscribed Stone stuff. Yeah, so I think that should do it. I'm going to do one more DPS rotation, just so you can see. So here we go. We're going to build up our stability naturally, right? Oh my god, I pressed the button because I'm used to this. I'm so used to pressing corrosion arrow that I just be pressing it on cooldown. Let me just start over. Okay. So I like to build up my stability naturally most of the time. Just because, especially like when they want to brawl with you, it allows you to, once they do back away, start use corrosion arrow to crit. So we're at max stability, right? So we're gonna pop Hunter's Heart. We're gonna do rapid shot, snipe, steady, scatter, and now they might start to kite away now, right? So now we pop corrosion arrow. We can leap in, have our max stability, go here. I timed that a little bit off, so this is going to be down a little bit. This will be off cooldown a little bit later than this, but it's okay. But you use your leap. When you guys have momentum, use your leap aggressively. Like, use it to reposition. Use your corrosion arrow to reposition. Like, keep your DPS up as often as possible. But yeah, I think that'll cover it. Hopefully, the audio has been on this whole time for this video. I appreciate you guys. Keep an eye out for some arena and battleground footage, so you can see some like actual examples that aren't on training dummies, and see how I'm actually running it. But yeah, once again, I appreciate you guys. If you have comments, hit me up in the Tarisland official Discord in the Ranger section, or drop a comment here, and I'll try to answer as best as I can. And we'll see you out there on the battlefield. GG's.